Mr. President, I also want to share the sentiments of my colleague. I rise today in support of the principle at the heart of this bill that no student, no teacher, and no family should ever fear walking through the doors of a Missouri school. Now, that principle is not partisan, and it's not complicated, and it shouldn't be selective. The bill before us today is about anti-Semitism, and rightfully so, anti-Semitism has become the relic of history. It is alive, it's growing, and when Jewish students are harassed and intimidated or made to feel unwelcomed in places like their classroom, that is moral failure that we cannot accept. I will not accept it, and the chamber should not accept it. Now, the language of this bill is clear, and it is powerful. It says that no student should be subjected to conduct that creates, and I'm only quoting directly from the bill, an atmosphere of fear or intimidation. Now, that prevents them from pursuing their normal course of study because of this fear. The standard is right, and the standard is just. And I'm proud to stand behind that sentiment. But I have to ask this chamber a question. And I ask it because the children of Missouri deserve an honest answer. If an atmosphere of fear and intimidation is unacceptable for one group of students, why is it acceptable for another? Right now, not in the past, not in some other state, but right now in the Ritenour School District, right in St. Louis County, families are living in fear. Parents are dropping their children off at school, and they're not knowing whether or not they will make it home safe at night. Students are sitting in their seats, trying to focus on their lessons, carrying a weight that no child should ever have to carry. Now, that's not a hypothetical. That's happening right today in my district, and it's happening to Missouri children. Now, the fear that those children feel is real. The intimidation that families experience is real. And that's why the very standard of this bill establishes that it is wrong. Now, I do not come to this floor, Mr. President, to oppose protections for Jewish students. I came to this floor because I refuse to believe that our commitment to protecting families and children from fear and intimidation only applies to some children. This bill asks that Missouri schools look to a Jewish student and look him in the eye and say, you are safe here. You belong here. No one can make you afraid here. That is a promise worth making to every child in our state. But we cannot make that promise to one child, then walk past another child trembling in a hallway and do nothing. The families in Ritenour School District in St. Louis County are asking for the same promises. They're not asking for anything extraordinary. They're asking for what this bill rightfully calls as a fundamental right. The ability to come to school and be free from fear. Now, some of my colleagues may say these are separate issues. I respectfully disagree. This bill itself connects them. This bill says that discrimination motivated by anti-Semitism must be treated identically to discrimination motivated by race. It invokes federal civil rights laws. It recognizes that when government, any government, creates conditions that make vulnerable people afraid to access public institutions, that is a civil rights matter. And I will tell you what I believe. I believe that discrimination has no place or form in our state or in our county. I believe that fear has no acceptable home in a Missouri classroom. I believe that the measure of our moral seriousness on this floor is not about the speeches we give about communities we like. It is about how we respond when communities we may not be thinking about are suffering in return. Students deserve protection. They deserve safety. And they deserve to walk in their school and feel that Missouri stands behind them. And so do the children of Ritenour School District. And so does every child in this state. I'm proud to stand in support of this bill simply because of the fact that our children deserve it. I'm proud to stand and ensure that no student, whether it's in St. Louis County or throughout the entire state, live in fear. And I'm extremely excited about the opportunity, and I encourage the body to support this bill. Thank you, Mr. President.